Start our pre-trip today. Just checking the back of the bus, make sure it's level and it's not leaning to one side or another. Checking the outside of my bus, looking that it doesn't have any cracks or damage to the outside of my bus. Stopping at my battery, making sure that no connections are corroded and the tray is secure. I'll be up this side of the hood. I'm going to check my CVIP, make sure that it's good date. So it's good until August of 2026. So the 31st of August. I'm going to put my trucks out. Okay, so starting this side of the bus, I'm going to check my windshield wiper, make sure that it is connected properly. My brake fluid, my caps are on tight and there's no leak underneath. My power steering fluid, cap is on tight and no leak underneath, and both of them have good level. All of my hoses are connected properly. My steering arm moves together and all of my wiring is connected. The frame of my body has no damage or corrosion to it. My leaf spring has a good Amazon smile and it's connected by 2 U-bolts. My shock is connected and there's no damage to it. My brake line is connected to the inside of my tire and there's no damage to my brake line. My inside of my tire looks like it's free of any cuts or any damage. And I have 3 cotter pins on this side of the bus. I'm going to check my oil. Making sure my oil is good. And it's at a good level. And there's no leaks under this part of the bus. Okay, the other side. Okay, this side of the bus, I'm going to check my wiper again, make sure that it's connected properly. My air filter is secure and there's nothing covering it. My coolant level is good and my cap is on tight and there's no leaks. My windshield washer fluid is at half, so I would need to fill it, but my lid is on tight and there's no leaks to it. My fan blade spins freely and there's no damage to my fan blade, and my belt has good tension to it and there's no damage to that fan belt. My frame on my bus looks like it's in good condition and there is no damage to my frame. My leaf spring has a good Amazon smile, held on by 2 U-bolts. My axle on this side looks like it's in good condition. My brake line is connected to the inside of my tire and there's no damage or leaks to my brake line. The inside of my tire has no abrasions, cuts, or any damage to it. I have 1 cotter pin on this side, and my shock looks like it is in good condition and there's no damage to it. My hoses and all my wiring are securely fastened to my bus. And overall, it looks like there's no damage or leaks. Okay, going inside my bus, I'm going to make sure that my door seal is in good condition and my glass has no damage to it. My handrails are secure to my bus and my stairs look like they have no damage to any part of the stairs. Coming inside, I'm going to make sure that my door is not in emergency mode. And I'm going to turn on my bus.
Sit down. Someone will be here shortly.
Okay, I'm going to push my hydraulic brake, make sure it makes the noise.
Warning, check for unauthorized.
And it's good. Okay, close my door.
Seatbelt check rate is now activated.
Bam. So I'm going to do my A, B, C, D, H, H, S, which is A for ambers, B for brakes, I'll put in after, C for clearance lights, which come on with your headlights, A, B, C, D is dome, so you've got two of them, H is headlights, another H is hazards, and S is strobe, and then I always add in window, make sure my window opens, A, B, C, D, H, H, S. I can see from the front crossover mirrors that my ambers are on, and I can see that my hazards are also on, and my headlights are also on. I'm going to put my brake stick on. So I'm going to check my gauges real quick. I see that my oil level is at 50. My water level is at 100, but it will go up. My RPM is sitting at about 12. My odometer is reading 61,202 kilometers. I have 13.8 volts in my battery, and it is 16 degrees inside the bus. The only lights that I see on are just my emergency brake light. My fuel level is just below 3/4. My DEF is at half, and then my air assist is at a good level. My kilometers are reading 0 because I'm not moving the bus. Set your brake stick. Okay, so I'm going to take a look at the top of my bus. I see that I have 7 dome lights on, and they are all working. I can also see that my windows are labeled in English and French. And I'm going to check them each individually to make sure that they open and close and make a noise. As I go back, I'm going to hit all of the seats, stopping at my roof hatch, making sure it's secure and the seal is good all the way around it. Okay, taking down my empty sign. And then I'm going to open up my door. I'm looking for my ambers, my hazards, and my 4 brake lights. Okay. And they are all working properly. I'm going to check the bottom of my seats, making sure they're secure. And I'm also checking my heaters for any coolant leaks and my floor to make sure it's in good condition and there's no damage. Okay, get to the front of my bus, take off my brake stick. Okay. I'm going to turn off any lights that I don't need. I'm going to put on my my left signal light and my high beams. And then open up my door. Okay, I'm checking my step light, make sure it works, and my door light, and make sure that works. Okay, you're going to check your DEF. Make sure your cap is on tight. And your step. Make sure it's secure. Your mirror bracket and all of your glass, make sure that's secure. So my tire is deep and hollow. I have good tread straight across. The outside of my tire has no damage or abrasions or cuts to it. My rim is in good condition. All of my lug nuts are facing the same way and there's no silvering around them. And my bow stem is on. And my mud flap is here. Coming out to the front of my bus, my crossover mirror is attached. And my crossing arm is attached. Top of my bus, I see that I have an antenna and 3 clearance lights and my school bus sign. My alternating flashing reds are on. I have a crack on my windshield, which I will put on the DEF, or sorry, the DVR. My hood is attached properly. My grill is attached and it's not going to fall apart. And my bumper is attached. Underneath, now that it's running, there's no leaks underneath. And I see that my high beams are also working. And my left signal light is on. This mirror bracket is attached and the glass is not damaged. Deep and hollow. My tire depth is even straight across and it's good tire depth to it. My outside of my tire has no abrasions, bulges, or cracks to it. My rim is in good condition, it's got no silvering. All of my lug nuts are facing the same way and there's no silvering to it. My valve stem is here and the cap is on. And my mud flap. This mirror bracket is attached and the glass is not broken. My window opens and closes freely from the outside. My stop sign is here and it's got 4 flashing lights to it. So top of the bus, I've got 3 clearance lights. My windows are labeled in English and French. And I have reflective tape all the way down the side of my bus. And all of my signal lights are working on this side of the bus. Underneath my bus, I am looking at my drive shaft, making sure that it's connected with 3 U-bolts. I'm also looking at the inside of my other dually tire, making sure there's no damage to that tire. And I can also see that my shock is in good condition from that side. So deep and hollow leaf spring between the tires and mud flap. Both of my tires have no damage. The tread is good straight across. The outside of this tire has no damage, abrasions or cuts to it. My rim is in good condition. There's no rust on my rim. All of my hub nuts and lug nuts are all good. There's no silvering behind them and they're all facing the same way. I have 1 valve stem here and the cap is on, and another valve stem here and the cap is on. I also see that I have 2 reflective circles on the side of my bus and they're connected properly. I'm going to check my strobe. So my strobe is working. On the way back, I'm going to check the back of my bus. I've got 3 clearance lights at the top and my school bus sign. My alternating reds are flashing. My left signal light is working. And now I have 4 tail lights and they are all working. My license plate number is 518 and the license plate light on both sides are working. I have 2 reflective circles on the back of the bus and the reflective tape is all there. My tailpipe is here and it is connected properly. Open up my back door. I'm going to make sure my back door locks open. And I'm just looking for any leaks or any damage to the floor. And make sure that my seal is in place and not falling off. Okay, looking underneath my bus, I have no leaks that I can see from my fuel tank. Coming down this side of the bus, I'm going to start at the top. I have 3 clearance lights that are working, reflective tape all the way around my bus. My windows are labeled in English and French. I can see 1, 2 running lights and 2 reflective circles on the side of my bus. My diesel tank cap is on tight and secure. Perfect. Okay. So deep and hollow, leaf spring, and then in between my tires, and mud flap. The outside of this tire looks like it has no abrasions, cuts, or damage to it. My tread is good straight across, and it's good even tread. My rim of this tire looks like there's no damage or rust to it. All of my lug nuts and my hub nuts are facing the same way, and they have no silvering behind them. I have 1 valve stem here, and the other one's over here. And that tire looks like it's in good condition. All right, coming down the side of the bus, I'm going to look underneath, make sure there's no leaks underneath my bus. I'm also looking at my exhaust pipe, making sure I don't see any steam or any spots that may be wet from the steam. I'm looking at my inside tire, and I see that there is no cuts or abrasions to that tire, and I can also see my shock from here, and it looks like it's in good condition. Okay, so I'm going to go inside my bus and turn on my right signal light. Okay, so both headlights are working. My right signal light is working. Got one here, another one here. This one's working. This one's working, and the back one is also working. So every light on my bus is working. Now I'm going to check off my chocks, so I'm done the outside. Okay, going inside my bus, I'm going to look for my 7 safety items. So I've got my chocks. My triangles are here. My first aid kit is here, and it is securely fastened. My fire extinguisher is here, securely fastened to my bus. It is in the green, and the pin is in place. And then I have my body fluid kit up here. I also have a seatbelt cutter, so that would make 6. And then number 7 is my paperwork. So for my paperwork, I am looking to make sure everything matches. So my plate number is 518 and it's continuous. My bus number is 244, which matches. My insurance is good until April 1st of 2026. So that's good. The expiry date, the expiry date is April 1st, 2027. My CVIP, which matches my blue sticker outside. I am looking for my unit number, which is 244. My license plate number is 518, so that matches. It's signed by a technician, and this was done February 24th, 2026, which it's good until August. And then I also have my safety fitness certificate, and the expiry date is April 30th of 2028, and you got to make sure there's a seal on it. Okay. Close my door. Okay, now I'm going to take a look at my gauges again, make sure that everything is still good. So it looks like my oil level has dropped. It's probably between 25 and 30. My water level came up. It's almost at 150. My odometer is still the same. My voltage came up by 0.1. It's still 16 degrees in here. There's no other lights on my dash except for my emergency brake. My fuel level is the same. My DEF level is the same. My RPM has come down. We're sitting at 8 now. And my kilometers per hour is still the same because I'm not moving. And then my air is still the same. All right, so I'm going to turn off the lights that I don't need anymore. Okay, so I'm going to check all of my fans on high and low and make sure that they make a noise. And the last one. Okay, I'm going to hit my noise activation button. It should turn off all your fans and turn it back on, and my radio works because it made a noise. My steering wheel has good play to it. My horn works. My mirror heat works, and my heater pump also works. Okay, I'm going to check my defrost. Make sure it's blowing in all my fans. And it is. And then I'm going to make sure that everything is connected properly and nothing is going to open or fall on my head while I'm driving. My windshield wipers, test them on low and high speed. And make sure that the fluid comes out. Perfect. Okay, so my seat is adjusted to me. I can touch the pedals properly. My mirrors are adjusted to me, and I can see everything around me. My seatbelt has no phrase to it, and it clips in, and it clips out properly. And then I'm going to test my brakes. So I'm going to put my bus into drive, and I'm going to test my emergency brake, make sure it holds, revving my engine up to 1,000 RPM. And my emergency brake works. Okay, now I'm going to check my service brake. So I'm going to put my bus into reverse, release your emergency brake, and I'm going to open up my window and put my hazards on and sound my horn to make sure people know that I'm backing. Back up about 4 feet. And then moving forward, I'm going to hit my brakes pretty hard to make sure that my service brake works. And it works. Resecure my bus. And after that, you're ready to go.